Because when you look, like, the direct counter to socialism is capitalism, right? Where socialists will say we need to have a social safety net just in case someone like loses their job, all these, like, shit happens, unforeseen circumstances, all this shit. The socialists will say we need to have some government programs in here, some money pulled from the taxpayers to give this social safety net, so people don't basically their whole lives get upended because they lost their job or whatever. To just give them some sort of time or whatever, so they can switch jobs. Whereas the capitalists would argue we want a system that is so good, that's so cheap and efficient, that essentially even if you did lose your job, you're not really suffering or anything like that. We want houses to be so affordable that, like, this whole thing of like getting into a mortgage that's going to be 30 years minimum. You know what I mean? And this is why I point towards and say, like, look at what's going down in South America with Milei and what's the other guy? I think, like, Uruguay and Argentina are the main two countries that are pushing this. What they call it, like anarcho-capitalism. So, like, this whole kind of nation of like, we're just going to remove the state from all this fucking regulation, and we're just going to let capitalism play out and see how it plays out from there. Like I said, like, you can see this whole thing of like the reason why not Milei, the other dude, the Uruguay guy, he's just been buying Bitcoin. That is his policy essentially, in terms of like, okay, like, we can look at all different infrastructure that we can kind of build up and all this kind of shit, but when we look at investment, Bitcoin is clearly the winner here. So, like, that's the whole notion where it's like, when you look at South America, that's what I kind of point towards and say that's the winning answer here. How we get out of this closed loop system of national socialism.